Hello, I am hoping that we are now live. Um, my name's Laura and I'm the founder and editor of The Happy Hood. I think I jinxed us all last time when I said that this will be the first and last online launch. Clearly, it's not. So welcome to issue 10 launch. Yeah, I can't believe we're having to do this in this format again. But actually, do you know what? It gets us, acquainted. We get to know the contributors a bit better, and it's just something different, I guess. So I hope you're all well and safe and enjoying this kind of weird situation that we're in at the moment. Things are opening up a little bit more again now, so that's positive. But yeah, just stay safe. Remember to wear your masks. So tonight's launch, oh my god, it's official! Issue 10. Dun, 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 dun. It's here. So issue 10 with this beautiful cover. I got my grubby mitts on this afternoon. Thank you to Call Quick for all your hard work on getting these printed. We're going to be talking to the lovely cover illustrator in a second, and I've got some lovely people to speak to, so you get to know them a bit more. We are hopefully live, and there are 7 people watching so far, so hello to you all. If you want to get in touch with us, ask any questions, you can post a comment, so you should be able to do that underneath, I think. So if you've got any questions or anything at all, post a comment and we can reply to you. Without further ado, though, I'm going to bring on my first guest of the evening. I'm hoping she's ready. She's had a few internet connection issues, so we're going to cross our fingers and hope that technology works for us. So I'm going to bring on the lovely Salma. Hello, Salma. Are you okay? Oh, she's frozen.
All right.
Yes, I can see you. Okay, you froze for a second. Oh, it's all going wrong. So Salma, thank you so much for joining. It is typical, isn't it? Just when you need your internet to work and then it's not. So hopefully everyone can hear you. And we seem to be slightly delayed, but Salma, tell us about yourself. Who are you?
Well, I've not prepared any answers, so
that's fine.
I've been in Happy Hood for I think I started last summer, so this about a year now, and I've been sort of writing about well-being and food, and I've got a little bit of a food blog on Instagram, and I now sell granola. So that's me.
So you tell us about your food blog on Instagram, because it's quite a big deal, let's be honest. It's blown up recently and you've been doing some great stuff, so tell us all about it.
Well, it just started off as a bit of a creative outlet, really. I was just sort of sharing ideas for, like, quick food recipes and things, and it's sort of become a place now where I share food from different cultures and just easy little hacks, and now I have a product as well, so I now sell granola on it as well. So yeah, and it's been great because I've met lots of lovely local people through it, and got to meet other creatives around. So yeah, it's been interesting, and it's a bit of fun, really.
And the granola, tell us all about that, because there's something particularly special about your granola.
So the granola started as it was meant to be a one-off project to raise some money for charity, in memory of my dad, who I lost recently, and people just seem to love it. People like it. It's vegan, it's refined, sugar-free, so I've decided to carry on selling it. I've got 3 flavors at the moment, so yeah, it's fun. It's just a bit of fun, but I'm really enjoying making it, and it does taste great as well. So yeah, check it out.
And how can people find you, Salma?
Well, I'm on Instagram. I'm on all the sort of social media sort of platforms, but I'm mainly using Instagram, and it's by Salma Shah. So just look me up. You can find me through the Happy Hood. I'm on there, and obviously, yeah. So if you follow Laura, yeah, you can find me through that as well. So yeah, check me out. Send me an email. I'd like to see what you guys do as well. So yeah, send me a little email.
And you raised money though with your granola, didn't you? Tell us a little bit more about what you're raising money for and how that went.
Well, I raised some money for I chose the Yemen appeal, and I raised £1,000 from selling the granola. So when I first started, it was 100%, and now I'm donating 50%. And what I'm hoping to do is every month charity. So next month, or month of August, I'm going to do a local charity. So 50% of all profits will be going to a local charity. Yeah, I just want to keep that up, really, keep the momentum of that up. So yeah, so I get to give something back as well.
That's really good. That's really cool. And is food blogging your day job, or do you do anything else as well?
Well, I'm a Senko, really. So I work with children with special needs. I sort of do their interventions for them, getting assessments, assessing them. So that's what I do day job. And I also do food photography on the side, and a bit of food blogging. So yeah.
So you're
That's
pretty
what I
busy
do.
then, really. You're like fingers in lots of pies.
I am, yeah, I am a bit busy, but I like to keep busy because I just feel like um, it's a great way to keep your mind sort of occupied and just be positive, because it's quite easy just to, like, you know, lose yourself a bit. So it's quite important to, I think, get a hobby or be creative or give something back to the community or the wider community. It's really good for your well-being. So I think that's why I like to keep myself a bit busy.
Yeah, I really I enjoyed one of the articles that you wrote about taking a forest bath. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, that was my first one. I went to Japan last April, and I came back really inspired. And that was one of their yeah, it's a Japanese thing. It's not you're not naked or anything walking around the woods. It's nothing like that. It's just a little bit of it's just about being in nature. It's obviously, there's lots of scientific evidence to prove that it's really good for your mental health. Taking a walk in sort of like park, and we're so lucky in Northampton. There's so many beautiful, like, open green spaces. You don't have to go very far at all, and just sort of taking time out, going for a little walk. So yeah, so sometimes the simplest thing that you can do to make yourself feel a bit better.
Yeah, and it's quite a simple concept, but it was about like being really mindful and turning your phone off and all that kind of stuff and connecting with nature and things. And it's interesting because I guess we've had quite a lot of time to do that lately. So,
Yeah,
it's been
but
something quite. Sorry.
in theory, we should all be really happy.
Sure, we should. And how did you hear about the Happy Hood originally, and what made you want to get involved?
I just spotted it at McGee Street, and I really liked the look of it. I liked the fact that it was local artists. It really stood out as a magazine, and I liked the size as well. It's like nice, neat size, fits into a bag, any bag, pocket, fits into your pocket. There's no excuses not to buy it. Yeah.
Yes, yes, Salma.
Do you know what? Really good on your coffee table as well. It makes you
It,
look like you're really, like, creative, cool. yeah, so it just stood out. So I just flicked through it at McGee Street. I was like, what's this then? And then I saw that I looked up the editor, which was Laura, and I just sent her a little email. I sent you a little email, and I said, can I write for you? So yeah, that's how it all started. It just really stood out, and it's just such a little pretty magazine. So
Yeah,
and like I said, it looks really good on your downstairs loo. It looks good in the downstairs loo as well.
It does. It does. I've got mine in the toilet, so that people, if they come and visit me, get to see the wonder that is. Actually, I've got them all in my toilet. So all tennis shoes. And actually, I didn't have issue 1 last time we did a live stream, because when we originally printed issue 1, I think we printed about 30 copies and they were like gone forever. So we reprinted a bunch of issue 1. So I'm so excited to have a physical copy again. So the cover is done by Bethany Hall, who is like an amazing artist and has done work in all tennis shoes. But it's so light compared to this one. This one's so like heavy because there's so many more pages, and it's just, yeah, it's mad. So what's your article about this time, Salma?
Okay, so this time I wrote about the oNNline food market. So I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It's a Facebook market that was every week during COVID, and now it's every fortnight, and it probably moved to monthly now that things are getting a little bit back to normal, and local producers sell their stuff, and I just thought it was a really good way of keeping communities together. And it was set up by the guys who sell What's Poppin'. You've probably seen them if you go to local food markets and things. And I just thought it was a really good initiative. So the article sort of celebrates what they did during COVID to sort of bring local businesses together, because it was obviously a bit of a tricky time for everyone. So that's what I've written about this time. But I think next time I'm going to write about my own granola.
A bit of shameless self-promotion. Why not? I mean, we love it.
Well, I've got something to say now. I've been looking for something to say. So now I've finally got something to say. What
it's all about, we're celebrating local people. So and on that note, I think I might bring in our next guest just to have a chat with us as well. So we've got our lovely long-time graphic designer, Alex, up next. I can't tell you how much I appreciate Alex and his patience with me, but we'll talk about that when he comes on. So let's welcome to the live stream, Alex.
Let me take you into the folder.
Hello.
Hi, evening.
I have children.
Yeah, guys.
No, it's fine. They don't need to be quiet.
Well, they'll kick off in a minute if I need to.
Hi, Alex. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah.
Good.
I look sunburnt on this. I think I maybe I've been out all day, but other than that, good.
Enjoying your t-shirt?
Yeah, I love it. I think it must have been through the wash because it's gone tighter in the last 2 weeks.
Sure. That's the reason.
Have you put on weight?
Huh?
I think Stan was asking if you put on weight.
Yeah,
we all have.
Yeah. Lockdown belly.
So, Alex, tell us about yourself. Who are you?
Who am I? I'm Alex. I'm a graphic designer. My job is a graphic designer for a large company here in Northampton. I used to work for a large company as a graphic designer in London. Moved to Northampton. I was born here. What can I say? And I was always a bit obsessed with seaside prints as a graphic designer. And when I came to Northampton, there's a lot of buildings and things that resonate from my childhood. And I thought, well, no one's ever done these in this style. I'll do that and see if any can do anything with them. And then that's sort of steamrolled on, and that's been my kind of thing. I found Happy Hood. I was going through Instagram one night, I think after some wine, and looking at Northampton stuff, illustrations and things like that, and I saw your plea, Laura, for a graphic designer because you didn't have one for an issue, and I said, well, I could do that. And that was the beginning of this wonderful journey.
Wonderful journey, really? Are you sure? I think you're being kind. I'm sure you're saying that at like 10 o'clock at night when I'm WhatsApping you saying, can you just change this one word that I've spelt wrong? Like,
well, I'm obsessed with design and doing it on my computer and stuff like that. So I'm up all the time trying to learn things, or doing my own prints, or doing commission stuff. So no bother. Never been any bother.
And there's one of your prints in the background. I don't know if people can see or if you can angle towards it at all, or.
I knocked some glasses off last time I moved. No, wrong way. Hello.
Yay! Yeah, so that's the iconic Guildhall that you've done a print of.
That
really
was reclaimed, sadly, from a St Giles stockist.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So it's going on my wall because I didn't have one. Yeah, that's as soon as I started drawing that, I thought, right, this is going to be a beast. And it took me about 6 months to draw. The response to it's been great, and it's opened lots of doors, and I've met loads of people through it, and it's been really good. Back to the Your magazine. It's no hassle at all. It's because through my day jobs, I do really serious documents, and everything's sort of to the letter, and you kind of said just do what you want, sort of thing, and then that's kind of how we've worked together, isn't it? So I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I know my limits, and clearly creativity in that way is not my strong point. So I leave that to the artists and to the creative people. So when I say do what you want, I really mean it. So I don't know what I'm talking about. So you haven't seen this in the print yet. In fact, no one has. But it's looking really good, and I'm going to do a quick should I do a quick sort of spoiler alert? I'm not going to show you my favorite page, but every page is my favorite. How do I show everyone? Okay, quick. Okay, that's all you're seeing. That's all you're seeing. You have to buy a copy to see the rest. So Alex, you mentioned that you're a graphic designer by trade. Is this like the kind of stuff that you would normally do in your day job?
No, it's polar opposite. I do lots of things, exhibition graphics. So it's all very detailed, and lots of legal speak, terms and conditions, all sorts of things like that. So it's all very in-depth. Although I've put the same amount of passion into it, so I like doing it. But with Happy Hood, I get just to sort of put the headphones on and just sort of get into the flow of it. And I like to. I don't know, probably only me that sees it, but from the front cover all the way through is a flow to the back cover, so your eyes should sing through it. And that's what I try to do.
And you do a fantastic job, and I'm so grateful for everything that you do. How long does it take you to work on each issue?
Probably, I don't know, probably like 30 hours, something like that. A bit more. So I kind of go at it in stints of a few hours, and then a few long sessions, and I don't really know. I've never really timed it. 30 hours, 2 days, something like that. Full days.
Yeah, I was going to say that. 30 hours, that's a long day.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. this one was actually, I think, one of the longest because there was extra. It's just because there's extra pages and you have to think about them.
Yeah, I sprung 4 extra pages on you, didn't I? My
You
bad.
did, yeah.
I kind of didn't tell you.
I got through.
Kind of just sent it to you and hoped you wouldn't notice.
Yeah, I kind of got through to the template on the back cover, and then I was like, oh, no, this is add some more pages. That's fine.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the biggest issue yet. So we have got 36 pages cover to cover in this one. We started off issue 1, we had 18 pages cover to cover. So if my maths are right, we've doubled in size, I think. But the price is the same, so aren't we nice? And I wanted it to be one of the biggest issues because I was really worried about this issue because I didn't think we'd have anything positive to say. I mean, we're in the middle of a global pandemic. I mean, who's got anything happy to say, right? But it just goes to show that the community of Northampton are resilient and just amazing in so many ways because the stuff people are doing, it's just incredible. It's just mad, but brilliant at the same time. Alex, what's your favourite? Because you're actually the only guest this evening who's seen a digital copy of the zine. So, what's your favourite article?
Well, I have to look at it from a layout point of view, but the the Black Lives Matter thing is really interesting. I read it through to proof it, and then sometimes it doesn't always stop me to read the whole thing and then like in detail and do the Black Lives Matter and the layout. Well, I was working on the layout for quite a long time, so I wanted it was important. So I think I really like that spread. I love there's a story from a mother about her little boy, which is meant
to come on tonight, so
yeah, I don't want.
I'm not son who has autism, and Carrie was due to join us this evening.
Yeah. We've lost you, Laura.
Yeah, it was such a good article. So hopefully we can get Carrie to do some kind of live with us in the future, and talk to her about her article and what she had to say. So
I like the Nicole navigates things really cool. I'm trying to think what else is in there. It's a blur.
Now, aren't you?
The page that you like, Laura, that you mentioned before, that's really cool and interesting. It's just great to see all the stuff that's going on and all the madness that's going on in the world. As you said, it makes people more positive together, like people are being nicer to each other. And that's, I don't know, I think there's so many positives for me that have come out of the lockdown and things like that. And it seems to have been reflected in a bigger magazine and just in general, people being nice and doing nice things to people.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it? It's nice to see that people are thinking about each other and connecting. Thelma, what's been the best thing for you during lockdown, that personally, or stuff that you've seen out and about? Oh, I've lost her. Salma.
Oh, me? I thought you were still. What's the best thing that's been? I think that one of the best things that's happened is it's just proved that we don't need to buy as much as we do. Like, I just feel like the amount of rubbish that we buy, you know, like fashion and whatever, fast food, it's just proved we don't need that. There's so much that we do ourselves. So I think that's quite positive. Also spending time with children and realising that I actually like them. We actually some, you know, like most, you know, me and my husband are, oh, actually I quite like you. So, you know, that's been good. Yeah, so I guess yeah, that's probably the
I mean, liking your children is a good thing, right? I mean, it's probably like a necessity.
it's like, it's a bit like, oh, you got right, like I live with all right people.
On that bombshell, I'm going to bring in this guest, I think. So we've got waiting backstage, and she's been waiting through this whole thing. Possibly the star of issue 10. I mean, who knows? But we have our lovely cover artist, Georgia.
Hello.
Hi, Georgia.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Not bad. Not bad.
Good, good. So this is your creation.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I really like it. Yeah, really happy with how it's been printed and everything. And
Good, because you haven't seen it in the flesh yet. So I hope you like it when you see it in real life.
I'm sure I will.
So Georgia, who are you? Tell us about yourself.
I'm Georgia. I'm an illustration student. I've lived in Northampton pretty much my whole life. Yeah, that's it really.
So you're studying at the University of Northampton at the moment.
Yeah.
How's that going? What year are you going into?
Going into 3rd year when we go back, if we go back. Yeah, so excited about that, but dissertation and everything. So. And
what is your course? Is it illustration?
Yeah, just illustration. Yeah, they're called all different things at different unis. So.
And have you always been like keen into art, or is this something that sort of developed during secondary school?
I was into art in secondary school, but kind of got put off with GCSEs, I think, because I was a little bit of a tearaway. I think I just like stopped going to lessons and stuff, and went to work, and kind of found drawing again and got back into it. Really liked it, and I just remember saying one day, like, I wish I could just draw every day. So then I was like, okay, I am going to draw every day. So I went and looked up the course and thought illustrations for me, I think.
And what do you plan to do illustration wise when you leave uni? Is this like your career route that you've got set out?
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping to freelance for a lot of it. I'm quite into printmaking as well, so maybe set up a print studio, something like that. I don't know. I'm just going to kind of see where it takes me. It's kind of one of those industries where you're never really sure how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, I mean, especially right now, it's a bit weird at the moment.
Yeah.
I guess. You mentioned so are you going back to uni then, or like how does that work? What's going on?
At the moment, they're saying we are, but I guess that depends. Local lockdown and if whatever happens. So at the moment, we are going back to uni, but just got to see how it goes with everything else.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. What, like, will they try and teach you online, or do you get like a refund from uni? Like, what happens?
I don't know. Uni got cancelled after the second term, so the whole 3rd term we were being taught online. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be. They're saying it's going to be a bit of a mixture. Like, if you can get away with having lessons online, you'll have them online. But,
yeah, that must be a bit weird.
Yeah.
So, how did you find out about the Happy Hood and get involved?
I think I got sent a link by my friend Amber, who saw that you were looking for, I think, a graphic designer. So I think it must have been when Alex got involved as well, because she'd sent me that link, and I think I'd emailed you to say I'm not actually a graphic designer, but I'd be interested in doing illustrations. And I think a little while after, you emailed me and asked me to do an illustration. So I think that was about this time last year, I think.
Yeah, apologies for anyone that just heard the siren that's going past my house. I don't know what's going on. Hope everything's okay. Yeah, you emailed me to get involved, which is amazing, and I love it when people do that. In fact, all of you just approached and wanted to help and sort of saw it as something fun. So How's it been for you, Georgia, being involved in the Happy Hood? Like, what's it like, and what do you get from it?
It's been really good. Like, it's really good experience as an illustrator to have a brief set out for you, that you work to, like you have a deadline to get things in by and stuff. So it's what we'd basically be doing. If I was going out and freelancing full time, it's the kind of stuff that I'd be doing. So it's really good experience. It's also like learning a lot more about Northampton, because when I've lived here, I didn't spend as much time in town. So knowing about everything that was going on that I didn't know about, so I could go to like events that were happening and just found out more about the community, and you realise like how nice it is to live in Northampton.
Yay! Big up in town. That's the point. I can see in the chat we've got probably one of your friends, Ellis, saying yes, Georgia. We've got Mo Dabler, who was on the last launch saying whoop. So hi Mo, thanks for watching. Mr. Kid Persian, or aka Aaron, is back, so he watched last time as well, so thanks for coming on, Aaron. And Amber says go Georgia as well, so I'm guessing another one of your mates. Yay, supporting. So you live with another contributor, which I didn't know.
Yeah, Laura, who's, I think this is her second issue that she's worked on, but she's done a big portrait that you'll see when you buy it. But yeah, she's doing work for the Happy Hood now as well. So
oh my god, it's amazing. I love it. I want to show people, but I don't want to show people as well, so please go and buy a copy of the Happy Hood, because this particular illustration is just next level. It's just so good. But anyway, tell us about your cover, Georgia. So talk us through it, and what was your inspo?
So when you said about the cover, I got really excited. I was like, oh yay, Happy Hood cover. And then I really psyched myself out thinking, oh my god, what am I going to do, like 10th issue? So I just started going on walks around town, and I'd always wanted to do something to do with Northampton, because you kind of walk around the town and sometimes it can look a bit grubby, but when you like look up at the buildings, they're always a lot more impressive than what you'd expect. Like there's a lot of really nice buildings and architecture around. So yeah, just kind of the idea kind of came into my head of like all the tops of kind of the more iconic buildings in town. So just started kind of sketching it all together, and then it just kind of worked from there.
I've got to say that so I posted this on social media this morning, I think, maybe, and we have had so many comments on this cover and how amazing it is. So well done, Georgia, because yeah, people are loving it already. It's very different from the other covers, and I have them all here. But like, it's what I love about it is that we've got such a variety of talented people who've made things that look completely different. So we've got everything from Suede's cover. Suede was on the last launch, Jordan, which is really cool, orangey kind of brogue. Is that brogue? All the way through to Bill Pollard's and his epic kind of bubbly type writing. I'm sure he's going to kill me for that. I'm sure there's some kind of word for this, whatever he does. It's really good. And then of course we've got Alex's print, which is one of my faves, the epic lift tower. And then obviously I'm not going to show you them all, but right through to your most recent cover, which is just, it looks really different. And I think that's what I like about the cover artist being different each time, is that you get such a different perspective on what people's view of Northampton is. So what buildings have we got on your cover?
You've got one part of the Guildhall, the very top of the All Saints Church, tower from St Giles Church, and one of the towers from the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, I think it's called. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like kind of tucked round near the racecourse, I think.
Salma, what do you reckon? New cover, thoughts?
But my granola.
Oh my God, issue 11, Salma's granola on the cover. That's all it's going to be, is just flakes of granola.
all over. I mean,
Sure.
I'm not very good. There's this really interesting building, of like Art Deco. It's opposite the cinema, the Derngate Cinema. What's it called? I don't know. You might have seen it. It's it looks like sort of 70s or Art Deco or something. It's called. I don't know if it's just some flats, but it's really nice. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know which one it is?
I do. I know exactly what you're talking about. So this is the block. Sorry?
Go on.
No, go on.
It's the white building, is it?
Yeah, I just find it. I love it. I don't know whether that's that good thing to admit. I don't know, but I think that's my style. I quite like that sort of. I don't know what era is it? What would you say? Is it a new build?
It looks like an Art Deco, doesn't it? It's opposite Derngate House. Yeah, but I don't know what I think it's offices. Yeah. Is it a mixture of stuff? I've taken loads of photos of it, but
it is flats actually. So it's next to a really ugly brown building, which is offices. And I actually used to work in that brown building with Carrie, who would have come on this evening. That's a whole other story. But yeah, that block of flats, Bedford House, I think it's called, which is just opposite the Rennie McIntosh thing.
78 Derngate.
Thank you. 78 Derngate. Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah, no, that's a beautiful building. There are so many lovely buildings in town, though. The architecture is gorgeous. It's just stunning, and the Guildhall is one of my faves.
I'd like the history. That's
Say
a nice
again,
building to photograph as well, because of the way the shadow. I like. It's quite nice to photograph because of the way the shadows are at different times of the day. I really like that building. Yeah.
Alex, you must have loads of favourite buildings, given that is pretty much what your prints are.
I do, and I think it's from my childhood, because I was born here. I kind of grew up in the area, and then I left for 20 years and came back again. So I was born at Barrett's maternity ward. It's just I really want to do a print of that, but I can't get a good photo of it, which is a shame. There's a club in town as well. I can't remember what it's called. It's kind of behind the Taylor's off St Giles Street. Is it the Baroque or something like
that? Do you mean
in the courtyard?
No, so it's kind of next to Zips Taylor's or something. And you go down to
Borgia.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's really cool. I love basically the buildings that I've done prints of. The tower I've always been obsessed with. The Ridings Arcade I've always loved. The cinema, obviously, all the big hitters. And then recently, the more I've done those and got them out of the way of my prints, I've been looking a bit further afield. Well, not further afield, in town still, but looking with wider eyes or whatever. And at some of the history, and we've got mad history here, and it's not celebrated at all, really, as far as buildings are concerned. So yeah, I mean, I'm not into churches or whatever, but some of the churches in town, like the Church of the Holy Sepulchre or whatever, how do you say it? I don't know. Crazy. There's stuff in Abington that's really cool. There's that tower in the park. Hold on a second. I'll talk to you in a minute. Yeah, just there's loads of them. There's even a garage near the casino, a motor garage. It's a Art Deco building with a sun on it. Go sit down a minute. Sorry about this.
It's fine. Fine.
And that's a really cool building. Yeah. I've lost my train of thought now.
It's fine. It's fine. Georgia, what's your favourite building on the cover?
I think the All Saints Church, because just it's always the thing you see when you go into town first. So I really like Guildhall, but I think the All Saints is just really nice,
Yeah.
like middle of town. And
yeah, it's a classic. It's a good one. Okay, so we were due to have Carrie come on and talk to us as well, but she can't come on, which is absolutely fine. We miss her. But I'm just going to kind of see if there are any questions. So I'm going to check the Instagram as well, because people Instagram us to see if there are any questions at all. Oh, we do have a question from Michael, who has asked, so what do you get out of the Happy Hood if you don't get paid? Thanks, Michael. Cheers for reminding us all that we're not getting paid.
For me, it's the freedom to sort of open the taps on creativity, and just sort of do what I want to do. And it's going to be out in front of people and discussed as it is here, and I'll get feedback on it, and that's an outlet for me.
Okay, Salma, what about you?
I just got to do things that I wanted to do in real life, but I went so I got to be a bit more creative, get to write. In my real job, obviously, I have to write about, some of this, write about cases, or I have to do so it's just a little bit of freedom as well to be creative. And also it's a great community, and I think it's a brilliant project that needs, because it celebrates positivity. I'm not from Northampton. I mean, I've been here 15 years now, so most of my life I've been in Northampton, and people didn't always say really good stuff about it. Always moaning. I guess people moan anyway. That's just human nature. But people are always quick to never really celebrate. So I think I really like the concept of the project.
Oh, I think we've lost you a little bit, Salma.
Okay, so it's just a bit of creative freedom, and I really like the concept of the project as well. So yeah.
Great, thank you. Georgia, what about you?
it's just like good chance to be creative, and I think, like Salma said, it's really good to give back a bit to the community. And yeah, like you heard when I was growing up, I heard a lot of negative things about Northampton, but it's nice to be able to show everyone the good things, and get creative while you're doing it.
Yeah, definitely. That's I guess I should answer the question as well. So I just love being able to meet so many people who are talented, far more talented than me, and know lots of stuff and do lots of great fun stuff. So for me, it's a bit of a pleasure and an honor to curate these stories and this artwork that then celebrates the town that I've chosen to call home. So yeah, for me, even with all the long hours that I put into it on a voluntary basis, I think that's kind of one of the special things about it, is that people do give up their time and their talent, and they kind of offer it up, and they don't expect anything back from it. And then it becomes this lovely thing that the community enjoys, and then it kind of, it keeps itself going because we're all in it together. So yeah, that's what I get from it. We've got a couple more questions in the chat. This is all very technical, guys, so I'm pleased that I'm getting to grips with this stuff. Second broadcast in, and it's all going all right. So Mo Dabler says, are you broadcasting from the new office? Mo, I'm not. So I was meant to have internet installed today into Burn Street Studios, which is the new HQ of the Happy Hood. But as always happens with internet things, they couldn't sort it out. So I was a bit worried about tethering on my phone and whether the connection would be bad. So I'm actually at home, but I do have my Bill Pollard sign in the background, just to make us all feel like we're in the Happy Hood home. And Vicky Cox, Vicky, you're an angel, and Vicky has very kindly proofread the Happy Hood for me. So normally I proofread everything about a million times, and I end up just seeing words on the page, like it all just kind of, oh. So Vicky proofread, and she asked the question for Alex, where does the name duck egg come from? So I guess we should explain what that even means. Alex, over to you.
It's my favourite colour.
Oh, right. Because duck egg prints,
I can't go into it any more than that.
Duck egg prints is your Instagram handle, and yeah. I had always wondered what the duck egg was about, so it's a colour thing. So that's your favourite colour.
It's my favourite colour, but on an egg. So when you buy duck eggs, it's just my favourite colour. Well, but like lots of different blues. There's like I trekked on a glacier once, and you get a blue in the depths of the glacier that I've always been obsessed with. So it's just basically my favourite colour. And I was trying to think of a name and a logo, and an egg's like the perfect logo.
You trekked on a glacier.
Mm.
Okay, cool.
Years ago, New Zealand.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get you to write about that for the next the next Happy Hood. We want to hear about your trek.
Well, I got altitude sickness, so it's not a great story. To be honest, there's lots of gory details.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Okay, so I want to share with everyone where they can find you all. So, Georgia, where can people find your work and commission you potentially? I'm hoping you're open for commissions, right?
Yeah, always open for commissions.
I'm commissions guys paid.
Yeah. Yeah, just I think best place to find me is on Instagram at Georgia Did It. And yeah, just message me through there.
At Georgia Did It, all one word.
Yeah, all one word.
Okay, cool. Salma, remind us where we can find you.
On any sort of social media platform, by Salma Shah. So yeah.
By Salma Shah, thank you. And Alex, where can we find you?
At Duck Egg Prints.
At Duck Egg Prints.
Yeah.
And are you just Instagram, or are you anywhere else?
Yeah, just Instagram. And I've done a few commissions, people's houses. You can do things like that.
Yeah, so if you want a lovely print, go to Duck Egg Prints. No one can point in the right way, can they? Vicky Cox says, "Oh, that makes sense. Good colour. And my pleasure doing the proofread. Bloody brilliant issue. Everyone needs to buy it. So you heard it here first. Everyone needs to buy this issue." And Mo Dabler says, "I won't rest until the whole of Northampton is duck egg blue." So excellent.
No lie.
Thank you guys. We're going to wrap up slightly early because we were due to have carry on. So I'm going to release you all to your evenings and to your what looks, Alex, like childcare at the moment. Go and crack open some wine, you deserve it. I want to say a huge thank you to you all for taking part this evening, and a huge thank you for your time and talent as always. If you guys watching do want to get a copy of issue 10, which is out now, then you can go to thehappyhood.com, where you can subscribe online. You can get a annual subscription, or you can buy individual copies. Or you can go to our stockists, most of whom are back open again. I do have a list because I normally miss somebody off, so I'm going to read from the list. So we have Audio Works Rehearsal Studios, we have Bartella's Coffee House, Cafe Track, Hatbox Hairdressing, Heather's Cafe, Cool Quick, who are our lovely printers. And I want to say a quick shout out to Kim and the team. Thank you for your help. McGee Street Bakery, the Lamplighter, Old Grocery Espresso Bar isn't open at the moment, but as soon if they are opening soon, then they will have copies in there. Matchbox Cafe and our newest stockist, McManus Pubs. I'm not entirely sure which of McManus Pubs will have the zines. They have ordered 50 copies, so I'm assuming that each McManus pub across Northampton will have copies. So that's where you can get them in real life if you would like to. 50 pence of each sale in a stockist goes directly to the stockists. So we want to support local businesses as well. So if you did want to buy them while you're having a pint or a cup of coffee, then you are also supporting that business at the same time. This is issue 10, but we will start working pretty much immediately on issue 11. So if you have any ideas about stories that you want to include in issue 11, you want to be a writer, you want to illustrate, you want to get involved in any way at all, please email hello@thehappyhood.com to get involved, just like these 3 did. How do I point? I can't point at you all, so I'm not even going to, yeah. Not working. So yeah, so please get involved. There were over 40 contributors that contributed to issue 10. I wish I could read out everyone's names, but that would be fairly boring. But you can see everyone's name on the back, and a huge thank you to your time for your time and contribution. It's really appreciated, and this issue is not only the biggest issue yet, but I feel like the best issue yet. They get better and better every time, so please do subscribe, buy a copy, support our project, celebrate Northampton, and stay safe for everyone. So thank you everyone, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.